All right, so, we love diving deep into the stuff you send in. And honestly, this one, modern dating, the app dating disasters, like right there in the title, it's got us hooked.
Yeah, I mean, it's a topic that's got a lot of us talking, you know. It's pretty fascinating to see what people are going through out there.
Like everyone's got a dating app horror story or like
Yeah.
a funny anecdote about trying to find love online, right?
Exactly. And the source material you've given us is it's really rich. It's got all those juicy details.
Juicy is right. So we're going to unpack all of it, try to understand what's really going on in the modern dating world.
We're going to start right from the beginning, you know, that first swipe and go all the way through to like the post-date debrief.
We'll look at the profile pictures, the texting, the first dates, the whole 9 yards.
Even video dates and you know, the role of zodiac signs, it's all in there.
Oh yeah, the astrology angle's wild these days, but we'll get to that.
So yeah, think of this as your ultimate guide to surviving the modern dating jungle.
Our goal is to uncover the trends, the unspoken rules, and yeah, maybe have a few laughs along the way.
Exactly, because let's be real, dating these days, it can be pretty absurd.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in, starting with that very first step, the all-important swipe, right?
You know, it's amazing how much weight is placed on that single swipe.
It is. You're judging someone based on like a couple of photos and a tiny bio.
And you're making those judgments in like seconds.
It's crazy. It's like speed dating on steroids.
And the source material talks about how much pressure people feel to curate the perfect profile.
Yeah. The pressure is huge.
Yeah.
You want to look attractive, fun, interesting, but not like you're trying too hard.
It's like a balancing act.
Totally. And the source even uses this great example of the perfectly imperfect burrito photo.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. It's like, do you go for the super polished image or something more authentic, even if it's a little quirky?
Like you're just casually enjoying a delicious burrito, but like in a super photogenic way.
Right. And it's like, what message are you sending with each type of photo?
It's all about strategy, even with burritos.
And then there's that anticipation right after you swipe. You're waiting for that it's a match notification.
Oh, yeah, that little dopamine hit. Like someone out there sees potential in your burrito-loving self.
It's like a little digital pat on the back.
It is, and it keeps you coming back for more.
But the source also makes you think, like, how much can you really tell about a person from just those initial impressions?
Right, like that guy with the super chill bio might actually be a total neat freak, or the adventure seeker might just really like trying new restaurants.
There's always that gap between the online persona and the reality.
And those bios, oh man, the bios are a whole other world.
You see everything from like the super vague to the hyper specific.
Like those emoji-only bios, it's like trying to decipher hieroglyphics.
Or the ones that are just like a list of demands like must love dogs and hate pineapple on pizza.
So specific. And then there are the ones that are just like random quotes from movies or TV shows.
It's like they're trying to signal their personality through pop culture references.
But sometimes it's just confusing, like, what are you even trying to say with a quote from The Office?
It's a mystery, and then there's that ultimate letdown. You know, you match with someone, you're excited to chat, and then nothing, silence.
The dreaded no-response ghosting.
It's like you put yourself out there, you felt that little spark of connection, and then poof, they're gone.
And to make it worse, sometimes you see them active on other dating apps.
It's like, wait, didn't we just match like yesterday? What's going on?
It's brutal. It really messes with your head.
It's like the digital version of being left on red, but like times 1,000.
Okay, so let's say you've survived the swipe and the bio, and you've actually gotten response time to move on to those all-important profile pictures.
This is where things get really interesting because as the source says, those pictures are basically your digital identity.
It's true. It's how you're presenting yourself to the world, or at least to the dating app world.
And the source does a great job of breaking down the different types of profile pictures we see out there.
Like the good, the bad, and the filtered.
Exactly. So let's start with the good. You know, the classic sunset shot.
Oh, yeah. The one that's supposed to say, I'm fun, I love the outdoors, I'm living my best life.
But as the source points out, the reality might be that it's a photo from their one and only trip to the beach like 5 years ago.
It's all about creating that aspirational image.
Right. And it works because who doesn't love a good sunset photo?
Then there's the bad, the dreaded group photo.
Oh, yeah, where you can't even tell who the person is you're supposed to be looking at.
It's like a Where's Waldo of dating profile.
I mean, even if there's a caption, it's still confusing.
Like, I'm the one in the blue shirt, but they're like 3 people in blue shirts.
It's a recipe for frustration.
And then we have the filtered, where people are basically presenting their best selves, but like airbrushed and perfected.
It's the age of Facetune and filters where everyone can look flawless.
It's like you're not even sure what the person actually looks like in real life.
And the source raises an interesting point. Like, is it about confidence? Or is it about conforming to these unrealistic beauty standards?
It's a good question. And then there are the selfies, which can go either way.
You've got the artfully posed selfie with perfect lighting.
And then you've got the classic bathroom selfie.
The mirror shot.
Not exactly the most glamorous setting, but hey, it's real.
It's honest. And then, of course, you've got the pet photos.
Which the source perfectly sums up by asking, are you trying to date the person or the adorable puppy?
Because, let's be real, everyone loves a cute animal.
It's an instant swipe.
Eh.
But it does make you wonder if they're trying to compensate for something.
Like maybe they're not as confident in their own looks, so they're relying on the cuteness factor of their pet.
It's a strategy for sure. So the main takeaway here is that those profile pictures, they're just a glimpse into a person's carefully curated online persona.
And there's no guarantee that it'll match up with the real deal.
So be prepared for some surprises when you finally meet face-to-face. All right, let's move on to the next stage of the modern dating journey, texting.
Which the source aptly calls the texting disaster.
Because let's be real, texting can be a minefield.
So many ways to misinterpret things. So many opportunities for awkwardness.
And the source highlights one of the biggest culprits, autocorrect.
Oh yeah, autocorrect, the ultimate romance killer.
It can turn a simple "see you later" into a "see you later."
Or even worse, like the example in the source where text becomes sex.
Talk about an awkward typo.
And with texting, it's all about speed, so you might not even have time to correct yourself before the other person sees it.
And then there are emojis, which are supposed to add nuance, but can actually create more confusion.
Like, what does a thumbs up even mean?
Is it positive? Is it passive aggressive? Who knows?
And the source talks about how even a pineapple emoji can be controversial.
Apparently, it's got like a whole secret meaning that I'm not even privy to.
It's a whole language we have to learn just to communicate through emojis.
And then there's overtexting, which is a classic texting disaster.
You get excited, you send a bunch of messages in a row, and then you get radio silence.
Or worse, you get those one-word replies.
It's like you can feel the enthusiasm draining away with every text.
And then you start overthinking everything, like, did I say something wrong? Am I being too clingy?
And the source talks about how people will sometimes leave someone on red just to try to regain some control.
It's a power move, but it's also kind of exhausting.
It's like you're playing a game instead of just having a normal conversation.
But maybe the worst texting offense of all is ghosting.
The ultimate silent treatment.
You're having a great conversation, making plans, and then poof, they disappear.
No explanation, no goodbye, just digital silence.
It's the modern equivalent of just not returning someone's calls.
But somehow it feels even worse because you know they've seen your messages.
You see them active online, but they're choosing not to respond to you.
It's brutal. It makes you question everything.
Okay, so you've managed to avoid the texting disasters, and you've actually landed a first date. Congratulations.
But as the source points out, the first date itself can be its own special kind of disaster.
The first date is where those online personas collide with reality.
And sometimes it's a messy collision.
The source talks about those classic awkward silences, the ones where you're both staring at the menu, trying to think of something to say.
And you can just feel the tension building.
And then there are the unexpected mishaps, like spilling your drink all over yourself.
The red wine stain of doom.
You just want to disappear into the floor.
And who hasn't subtly checked their phone during a date?
Like you're trying to be present, but you're also wondering if they're bored out of their minds.
It's like you're looking for an escape route just in case.
And the source mentions other potential first date fails, like mismatched outfits.
You show up in jeans and a t-shirt, and they're dressed to the nines.
Or the awkwardness of one person ordering the most expensive thing on the menu while the other is trying to be budget conscious.
It's like all these little things that can add up to a less than ideal first impression.
And then there's the goodbye, the ultimate moment of uncertainty.
The let's do this again sometime. That could mean anything or nothing.
You leave the date wondering, did they actually have a good time? Will they actually text me back?
It's a guessing game. But what happens when a face-to-face date isn't an option?
Enter the video date, which the source asks, is it modern romance or just an awkward screen?
The video date became a necessity during the pandemic, but it's still sticking around for some people.
But it comes with its own set of challenges.
Like technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, the frozen screens, the lagging audio, the dropped calls.
It's like the universe is conspiring against your digital romance.
And the source mentions that perfect comedic timing of the video freezing right as someone's about to tell a joke.
It's like the ultimate buzzkill.
And then there's the whole background anxiety.
We're suddenly hyper-aware of what your apartment looks like to a stranger.
Like, is that pile of laundry in the background? Is my bookshelf too messy?
And the source talks about the blurred background creating that weird floating head effect.
It's like you're in a witness protection program trying to find love.
And the light, oh man, the lighting can make or break a video date.
You want that flattering natural light, but you usually end up with a harsh glare of your computer screen.
The dreaded basement light effect.
So relatable, and those awkward silences, they seem even longer on video.
It's like every pause is magnified because you're just staring at each other through a screen.
And forget about discreetly checking your phone, because on video it's super obvious.
Any glance away from the screen looks like you're bored or disinterested.
So yeah, video dating, it's a mixed bag, for sure.
A modern necessity, but definitely with its own unique brand of awkwardness.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that's become surprisingly prominent in modern dating astrology.
The what's your sign phenomenon.
It's like that question is right up there with what do you do and where are you from?
The source makes a good point about how there's a difference between casual interest in astrology and like seriously relying on it for dating decisions.
Right, like some people just think it's fun to talk about their sun signs.
But the others are like deeply invested in compatibility charts and all that.
And the source talks about how there's this pressure to know at least the basics of astrology.
Like you have to be able to hold your own in a conversation about moon signs and rising signs.
Otherwise, you might get judged.
And then there are those instant judgments based on sun signs.
Like the source gives the example of a Cancer and an Aquarius being seen as a doomed pairing.
It's like people are writing off entire relationships before they've even had a chance to develop.
And then you get into the deeper levels of astrology with moon signs and rising signs.
And suddenly you're nodding along, pretending you know what it all means, while secretly Googling everything.
It's a whole new language to learn just to navigate the dating world.
And the compatibility charts. Oh man, those can be dangerous.
You find out someone's sign and you're immediately like, are we compatible?
And you might be missing out on a great connection because the chart says you're not a good match.
It's like letting the stars decide your love life.
But as the source concludes, while astrology can be fun, it shouldn't be the only factor in your dating decisions.
Real-world connection trumps astrological compatibility any day. All right, so you've gone on the date, be it in person or virtual. Now comes the final stage, the post-date drama.
This is where the overanalyzing really kicks into high gear.
The age-old question, when do you text?
Do you text right away? Do you wait a few hours? Is there a perfect formula?
The source captures that internal debate
Yeah.
so well. It's like you're trying to calculate the exact right moment to show interest, but not seem too eager.
It's a delicate balance.
And then there's the agonizing wait for reply.
You see those little typing bubbles and your heart starts racing.
And then you get a one-word response like lol or cool.
And you're instantly dissecting every moment of the date, trying to figure out what went wrong.
Did I talk too much? Did I not smile enough? Is my outfit weird?
It's like your mind goes into overdrive trying to make sense of it all.
And the source talks about how people will turn to their friends for advice.
Like the group chat becomes a post-date analysis session.
Should I text back? Should I wait? Is this a red flag?
It's like everyone becomes a relationship expert.
And then comes the ultimate moment of truth, the follow-up text.
Will it lead to a second date? Or will it be the start of another ghosting episode?
The suspense is killer.
And as the source concludes, the language of post-date texting is complex and often filled with anxiety.
It's like we're all trying to decode some secret language to figure out if there's a future here.
So much can get lost in translation through text.
Well, this deep dive into modern dating, the app Dating Disasters, has been enlightening and entertaining.
It's given us a glimpse into the often chaotic world of trying to find love in the digital age.
And it's made us realize that we're not alone in our struggles.
Everyone's dealing with the awkwardness, the miscommunications, the ghosting.
It's all part of the modern dating experience.
But despite all that, the source reminds us that the desire for connection is still there.
People are still putting themselves out there, hoping to find someone special.
And even those disastrous dates can become funny stories to tell later on.
It's all about finding the humor in the chaos.
And remembering that everyone's just trying to figure it out.
So to all you brave souls out there navigating the modern dating world, keep swiping, keep texting, and keep those expectations in check.
Because who knows, maybe your next disastrous date will turn into a great love story.
And maybe you'll even find someone who laughs at your terrible autocorrects.
And who understands the complexities of emoji communication.
That's the dream right there.
Until next time, happy swiping.
And may your dating disasters be few and far between.